best state when you're setting up your LLC or corporation? Well, Zuckerberg's thinking about moving Facebook Meta out of Delaware. Elon Musk has already left, and a lot of people say you should set up your LLC or corporation in Delaware or Nevada. Guys, don't listen to that. That does not make sense for most small business owners, and it turns out it doesn't make sense for most big businesses either. In today's video, I'm going to break down the state you should be setting up your LLC or corporation in. I'm Matt Sorenson. Let's build wealth. Now, a lot of people have said you should set up your LLC or corporation in Nevada or in Delaware, and if you go Google this, what's the best state? That's probably what you're going to see. But the reason that is out there is for big companies, big corporations. They have typically gone to Delaware. Most Fortune 500 companies set up their corporation or LLC in Delaware. Why do they do that? They do that because of shareholder protection laws. There are shareholder protection laws for big companies that make it harder to sue the company and get management or the board of directors forced out. It basically gives the people who want to run a company more control than the shareholders. Okay, and that's a big generalization there, but it's all about big corporate shareholder right. If you're a small business owner where you own the business or just you and some partners, Delaware and Nevada make absolutely no sense unless you do business in Delaware or Nevada. Don't get caught up in the hype and the stuff you're going to read about. Well, you should set up in Delaware because that's what the big companies are doing. Well, turns out they don't want to be there either. And here's why. Everybody remembers Elon Musk getting the $1 billion bonus compensation package. Well, that went to Delaware court and that got overturned. He had to go through a whole legal battle in Delaware courts because shareholders sued him as one of the big shareholders, the CEO on the board, and said that was too much compensation. Well, it turns out Delaware did not protect founders. It did not protect board members. It did not protect CEOs. So what happens is there's been a shift. Most lawyers, a lot of entrepreneurs, even the most successful like Elon Musk are like, I'm out. They moved Tesla down to Texas. Now that's an important point because where's a lot of their operations now? Texas. If you're thinking about you and your small business, where should you be setting up your LLC or corporation? In the state where you live or conducting business. I would say on a finer point, it should be where you're conducting business. So for example, let's say you sell any goods or services. Let's say you're in the state of Arizona. This is where I'm at. Where would you set up your LLC or corporation? In Arizona. Let's say you decided to set it up in Nevada. And I know a lot of people in California particularly are like, well, I'm going to set up a Nevada entity. Well, if you then set up a Nevada entity and you want to go sell your goods or services or open an office or conduct business in Arizona, what do I need to do in Arizona? I need to register that Nevada corporation or LLC into Arizona to do business. Now I'm paying fees to Arizona to register as a foreign entity, and I have the fees in Nevada. So you're paying the fees twice. Stop doing that. Just go to the state where you're conducting business. Do the Arizona corporation or the Arizona LLC. For any of you real estate investors, let's say that you're buying a rental property in Indiana. I don't want you setting up an LLC in the state of Wyoming or in the state of Arizona or the state of California or wherever you may live even. I want you setting up an LLC in the state where the property is located. Because if it's a rental property, that's where you're doing business. I have an Indiana LLC for an Indiana rental property. I set it up in Indiana because that's the state where I'm conducting business. So the number one rule of thumb I want you to remember when you're setting up your LLCs or corporation is where am I doing business? For rental real estate, it's where the property is located. For you that are selling goods or services, it's where you're actually conducting the business. Now, there's a little California twist to this because those of you that are in California have something called a franchise tax, where it's a minimum $800 fee just for the pleasure of having an LLC or corporation in the state of California. So a lot of California clients that we run across in our law firm are like, well, I don't want to have an LLC in California, or I don't want a corporation in California. Are you doing business in California? Yeah, I am. You just don't have a choice. Don't try to play the games and do a Nevada LLC or some other LLC or corporation in another state like Wyoming and be like, well, I'm not actually going to have to pay the $800 franchise tax fee. That's pretending like you're getting around it. The state of California doesn't care what state the LLC or corporation is set up in. If it is conducting business in California, you're still going to owe that franchise tax, the minimum fee of $800. The only way to get around that for those of you in California is to leave California, which many companies have done, many small business owners, big businesses. The only way you get around that California regulatory tax and their fees and everything they assess is to get your business and yourself out of California. Now, using LLCs and corporations is a critical strategy when building wealth. It can save taxes and protect assets. My law firm, KQS Lawyers, is helping clients every day. We set up a new entity every 15 minutes in our law firm for our clients across the country. So please get over to KQS Lawyers, check the link below. Our team would be happy to work with you. And also subscribe to my channel. I'm giving you tax tips, asset protection, wealth building tips to help you take control of your financial future. I'm Matt Sorenson. We'll see you next time.